Hey guys, what's up? My name is Emily Hood and welcome back to this week's episode of the Hood Report. I hope you all had an awesome spring break. I know I sure did. But on this week's episode, we will be discussing the unfortunate end to the Blues season, Black Panther's historic box office records, and the fire that raged at Trump Tower in New York. Black Panther has continued to set records in the 9 weeks that it has been in theaters, becoming Marvel's best opening week ever and becoming the highest grossing superhero movie in its first month in theaters. The movie follows T'Challa, who becomes king of the African nation of Wakanda after the death of his father. He must fight against powerful enemies and use the full power of the Black Panther in order to save his country and the world. The movie set another record this week as it passed Titanic on the all-time box office list as the third highest grossing film of all time. It sits behind Avatar and Star Wars: The First Awakens, but I believe it is a well-deserved title for such an amazing movie. Fire broke out on the 50th floor of Trump Tower in New York City, destroying an entire apartment and killing one person. It took 200 firefighters to put out the blaze that billowed smoke, obstructing the views of the floors above the 50th. President Trump tweeted a response to the fire, praising his building's structure, but made no mention of the resident who passed away. The cause of the resident's death is still undetermined as an investigation continues to look into the start of the fire. The St. Louis Blues did not have the season ending that they were looking for after fighting their way back to the playoffs. They were eliminated from the Western Conference on Saturday. They suffered a 5-2 loss to the Colorado Avalanche, who earned the second wildcard spot. The Blues went 5-4-1 in the last 10 days of the season and went back and forth with the Avalanche on who would earn that second wildcard spot. After a controversial offsides challenge that was called against the Blues, the Avalanche went up 2-0 in the second period, which eventually led to some empty netter goals and just the overall breakdown of the Blues. You know, I really thought this was going to be our year to win a Stanley Cup, but I mean, we've waited 50 years. What's one more at this point? Speaking of a different kind of hockey, one of our FHNtoday TV staffers, Alyssa Barber, talked with the U.S. women's sled hockey team. They hope to be a part of the Paralympics in 2024, and let's check out this video all about it.
It's frustrating for us to not be recognized, and it's not even really about us. The unfortunate thing is that the women's programs around the world are not where they need to be. In the other nations, a lot of times women's sports are shunned in the first place, and then to say disabled women's sports, it's like, really?
Now that we know that we may be able to experience 2022, which is the next Paralympics, that makes us all work a lot harder. It gives us time to get better. We have 4 more years to be 10 times better than we are right now.
I know that they're doing as much as they can to try to get it recognized and to that point to play in the Paralympics.
It's a struggle just knowing that you're so close, but it's just out of your reach. But we just have to keep a positive attitude towards it and know that it will happen someday.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! 1, 2, 3, USA!
For people with disabilities, most people think that you can't do certain things like sports or have a job or have a family, but our team proves all of those wrong.
I think the misconception is, yeah, we're in sleds, but the rules are completely the same as stand-up hockey.
Sled hockey, regardless of gender, is full checking. They get out there and realize that we hit hard.
Yes, we do have some disabilities, but we are athletes and we can come out and hit and check people into the boards and play hockey just like anyone else.
And people are like, oh my God, it's full checking. Aren't you worried about getting hurt? We're like, do we look like we care? We're already hurt. What could happen worse? You know, I broke my finger today, but whatever. I'm missing 2 other ones. Who cares?
Winning a gold medal has been my goal since I was 21 years old. I'm 41 years old. That's a long time to hold on to a goal, but I'm going to go and do that goal. And when I stand on that podium, it's going to be the greatest day of my life.
Thank you all so much for joining me for this week's episode of the Hood Report. I hope you all have enjoyed it. And if you want to see more awesome videos from our broadcast staff, be sure to hit that red subscribe button down below. For FHNtoday TV, I'm Emily Hood, and I hope you all have a great week.